Some creatures look like they came straight out of a fantasy movie. Others are so bizarre that even scientists struggle to explain them. From animals that seem immortal, to real-life dragons and monsters hidden in the ocean. Today, we're counting down the 10 animals you won't believe actually exist. Get ready to see the unbelievable, the unexplained, and the absolutely insane. Before we start, smash that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which one shocked you the most. This is Top 10 Animals You Didn't Know Existed. Imagine a creature that lives in total darkness, deeper than the Titanic, with ears that look like they belong to an elephant. It sounds impossible, right? But today, we're exploring one of the strangest and cutest animals on Earth, the Dumbo octopus. So take a deep breath, because we're diving into the deep ocean, and trust me, you've never seen anything like this. The Dumbo octopus got its name because it has fin-like flaps on its head that look just like elephant ears, just like Dumbo from Disney. Its scientific name is Grimpeteuthis. But honestly, Dumbo octopus sounds way cooler. Unlike most octopuses that live near coral reefs, this little guy lives between 3,000 and 13,000 feet below the ocean's surface. Down there is no sunlight, the pressure can crush a submarine, and the temperature is ice cold. And yet, Dumbo thrives. It uses its ear-like fins to flap through the water almost like it's flying. And when it wants to move faster, it uses its tentacles like a jet engine, pushing water behind it. With 8 arms, deep-sea habitat, and alien looks, you might think it's dangerous. But surprisingly, it's one of the most harmless sea creatures you'll ever see. It doesn't have ink like other octopuses. It doesn't hunt humans, and it actually feeds on tiny animals like worms, snails, and shrimp. 9. Imagine an animal that looks like a mix between a bat, a rat, and a gremlin. It hunts at night, taps on trees like a woodpecker, and its middle finger is longer than your nightmares. This is not a myth. This is real. And today we're talking about the ii. Get ready, because this might be the strangest animal on the planet. The ii lives only on one island in the world, Madagascar. It's a type of lemur, but honestly, it looks nothing like the cute lemurs you know. Dark fur, glowing eyes, giant ears, and bony fingers that look like they belong in a horror movie. The ii hunts in a way you've never seen before. 1. It taps on trees like a woodpecker. 2. It listens for hollow spots where bugs might hide. 3. Then it chews a hole into the wood. 4. And finally, it sticks its insanely long middle finger inside to pull the insects out. Yes, its finger works like a natural fishing hook. Nature really said, be terrifying and effective. Local legends in Madagascar say the ii is a symbol of death. Some people believe that if it points its long finger at you, it's a bad omen. Because of these beliefs, plus its creepy appearance, many were hunted in the past. Which leads to the scary truth. Imagine a creature so beautiful it looks unreal. Bright blue, silver wings, floating across the ocean like a tiny sea dragon. But don't let its beauty fool you, because this creature is not just stunning. It's one of the most dangerous tiny predators in the sea. Today, we discover the blue dragon. The blue dragon, also known as Glaucus atlanticus, is not a fish, not a dragon, and not a fantasy creature. It's a sea slug, but not just any sea slug. One that floats upside down on the ocean's surface, carried by the wind and ocean currents. It lives in warm waters around South Africa, Australia, Europe, and even the Gulf of Mexico. Its blue body and wing-like arms make it look like a mythical creature. Those wings are called cerata, and they help the blue dragon float and move through the water. And the color is not random. The bright blue helps it blend into the ocean from above, and the silver belly hides it from predators below. Perfect ocean camouflage. Now here's where it gets intense. The blue dragon hunts the Portuguese man-o'-war. Yes, the same jellyfish-like creature whose venom can kill a human. But the blue dragon doesn't just kill it. It steals its venom and stores it inside its own body to become even more dangerous, which means its sting can be even more painful than the man-o-war itself. A parrot that climbs trees instead. A parrot that smells like fruit, lives longer than most humans, and only comes out at night. It sounds like a joke, but it's real. This is the kakapo, the strangest and rarest parrot on Earth. The kakapo is native to New Zealand, and it evolved without natural predators, which explains a lot of its unusual behavior. It never needed to fly to escape danger, so over time, it just stopped. Here's a quick list of things that make the kakapo one of the weirdest birds ever. It's the only flightless parrot in the world. It's nocturnal, active at night, sleepy during the day. It's incredibly heavy for a bird, weighing up to 4 kilograms, 9 pounds. It climbs trees using its beak and claws like a little green ninja. And yes, it smells like honey or fruit. Scientists say it's a very good smell. Basically, it's a walking fluffy avocado with feathers. Kakapos are not shy at all. They are extremely friendly, curious, and somewhat clueless. Instead of running from danger, their defense mechanism is to stand completely still. It's not effective. That's why when predators like cats, dogs, and rats arrived in New Zealand, the kakapo population dropped rapidly. A snake covered in spikes that look like feathers. A snake with scales so bizarre it looks unreal. A snake hidden deep in the jungles of Africa, so rare that many people don't even believe it exists. This is the feathered bush viper, also known as the hairy snake. And trust me, you've never seen a snake like this before. The feathered bush viper lives in the rainforests of Central Africa, mainly in countries like Congo-Kinshasa, Congo, Uganda, Uganda, Kenya, Kenya, Tanzania, Tanzania. It spends most of its life in trees, hidden in leaves and branches, making it extremely hard to find. Those aren't feathers. Those aren't spikes. Those are specialized scales. Every scale on its body sticks out like a thorn or a tiny leaf, helping it blend perfectly into the forest. This gives it perfect camouflage against predators and against its prey. To the jungle animals, it doesn't look like a snake. It looks like part of the environment. The feathered bush viper is venomous. Its venom is strong enough to cause serious pain, swelling, and tissue damage. But here's the twist. It's not an aggressive snake. It only attacks if it feels threatened. Most of the time, it prefers to stay still and invisible, waiting for food to come to it. Drop a comment below and tell me which animal shocked you the most. And if you want more crazy top 10s like this, hit subscribe right now. A fish that looks like melted gum. A face only a mother could love. A creature so bizarre it became the official mascot of ugly animals. This is the blobfish, one of the strangest animals ever discovered. But here's the twist. It doesn't actually look like that in real life. Let's dive into the truth behind the world's ugliest fish. The blobfish lives deep in the ocean near Australia, New Zealand, and Tasmania, at depths between 2,000 and 4,000 feet below the surface, where the pressure is up to 120 times stronger than at sea level. A place darker than space, colder than your freezer, and deadly for most animals, except the blobfish. Here's the shocking truth. The blobfish only looks like that when it's pulled to the surface. Up in normal pressure, its body loses shape and turns soft and saggy. But in its natural deep-sea habitat, it actually looks like a normal fish. A bit weird, but normal. Most fish have swim bladders to float, but the blobfish doesn't. Instead, its body is made of a gelatin-like substance that's slightly less dense than water, which means it floats naturally without using energy. It basically drifts like an underwater cloud, waiting for food to come to it. A fluffy body, tiny wings, huge adorable eyes. It looks like a cotton ball with antennas, or a Pokemon that accidentally became real. Most people think it's fake, But I promise you, this exists. This is the poodle moth, one of the strangest and cutest insects ever discovered. The poodle moth was first discovered in 2009 in Venezuela, South America, high in the mountains, in a region that's hard to reach and full of unique species. And since its discovery, it has become one of the most viral insects on the internet. That fur isn't actually fur. It's soft, fluffy scales that cover its entire body. Many moths and butterflies have them, but the poodle moth took it to the next level. Scientists believe the fluff helps it stay warm in cold mountain temperatures, camouflage itself from predators, protect its body and wings. For years, people thought the photos were fake, because honestly, it looks unreal. But yes, it's 100% real. The original photos were taken by a zoologist named Dr. Arthur Anker. And even though it became instantly famous, there is still very little scientific research about it. Meaning, this tiny fluffball is still a mystery. When you think of penguins, what comes to mind? Snow, ice, freezing temperatures, Antarctica. But what if I told you there's a penguin that lives almost on top of the equator, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean? No snow, no ice, no blizzards. This is the Galapagos penguin, one of the rarest and most surprising animals on Earth. The Galapagos penguin lives exclusively in the Galapagos Islands, part of Ecuador. It is the only penguin species in the world that lives in the northern hemisphere, and the only penguin that survives in tropical climates. But how does a cold-adapted animal survive near the equator? Even though the Galapagos are warm, these penguins get help from cold ocean currents. The Humboldt Current and the Cromwell Current bring cold water from Antarctica, keeping the ocean chilly, full of nutrients, and packed with fish. So while the air may be warm, their hunting grounds stay cold. They are the second smallest penguin species in the world. They only grow about 19 inches, 49 centimeters, tall. They weigh around 5.5 pounds, 2.5 kilograms. They stay cool by panting and holding their wings out for airflow. Basically, they invented their own natural air conditioning. Imagine an animal that can regenerate its own brain, heart, limbs, and even parts of its spine. No, this isn't science fiction. This creature actually exists, and it looks like a walking Pokemon. Today, we're diving into one of the most incredible animals on Earth, the axolotl. The axolotl, also known as the Mexican walking fish, isn't actually a fish, it's a salamander. Native exclusively to Lake Xochimilco in Mexico, this adorable amphibian never goes through full metamorphosis, meaning it keeps its baby features forever. That's why it still has external gills that look like pink fluffy feathers on each side of its head. Now, this is where it gets insane. Axolotls can regenerate almost any part of their body. Legs, tail, eyes, parts of their brain, heart, spinal cord, and they do it without leaving any scars. Scientists study them extensively, hoping one day this ability could help regenerate human organs or heal injuries we currently can't. Their permanent smile isn't actually a smile. It's just the shape of their mouth. But let's be honest. It's the cutest accidental smile in the animal kingdom. They also come in different colors. Wild, albino, pink, golden, and even almost black. What if I told you there's a shark that looks like it came straight out of a nightmare? A shark with a long sword-shaped snout, and jaws that can literally shoot out of its face. Today, we're diving into the deep ocean to meet one of the creepiest creatures ever discovered. This is the goblin shark. The goblin shark is one of the rarest and weirdest sharks on the planet. It lives in extreme deep waters, between 300 and 4,000 feet below the surface. Because of that, humans almost never see it. And when we do, it feels like witnessing an ancient sea monster. Scientists call it a living fossil, because it has barely evolved in 125 million years. That means this shark was already hunting in the ocean when dinosaurs were still walking the earth. Its most striking feature is its long, flat snout, packed with special sensors that detect electric signals from other animals in total darkness. But it gets crazier. When the goblin shark attacks, its jaw launches forward like a slingshot, snatching prey in less than a second. This ability is called jaw protrusion, and it looks like something straight out of a horror movie. And there you have it. 10 unbelievable animals that prove our planet is way stranger than fiction. If you made it this far, you're a legend. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more incredible content like this. Let me know in the comments which animal blew your mind the most. Stay curious, stay amazed, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.